Welcome back to Teach Me How to Clean. Today I'm going to be testing a handful of different methods to remove dog hair from my bed. We have 3 husky mixes, and you know my bed seems to capture every ounce of hair that ever leaves these dogs' bodies, I swear. This is something I'm genuinely looking for a solution for, so I spent some time researching and pretty much looking to replace my lint rollers because they don't really work that well. Let's just be honest here. Look at all this dog hair. Yeah, they might do an okay job, but I also don't want to waste my life away just scrubbing and lint rolling. I really just don't want to have to lint roll my whole bed all the time, constantly. I know people are going to say, well, don't let your dogs up in the bed. And here's the thing, even if the dogs were not allowed in the bed, the hair is still going to transfer from 100 other things and end up in the bed. So the first thing I wanted to test, I've seen these gloves going wild on the internet right now. I got myself a pair. I'm very excited. I love these. I've used these for a handful of different things already, but people are saying that you can put these on and kind of swish them around and it'll collect all the dog hair either out of your carpet, off of your stairs, but I'm gonna try it on my sheet here. I read in some places that it can be dry and other places that they need to be damp. So I'm gonna try it dry first, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna dampen it. Okay, glove is on. So I'm gonna try this dry. It definitely collected some hairs. It's hard to see on camera, but I'm gonna keep going here and see how this works. It's doing pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie. Here, let's let the camera focus so you can see the hair that's here, and let's just do a little bit of a swipe. Nothing spectacular, but it's definitely working. Trapping a lot more hair. That makes me excited. So I don't think this is like a foolproof method. I think it's pretty comparable to my lint roller, except I wouldn't be having to buy lint rollers all the time. Definitely not half bad. I would say that it's collecting probably like 80% of the hair maybe every time I swipe it, which isn't terrible. It's pretty comparable to the lint roller. The next thing I'm going to do is actually take this sheet off and go ahead and throw it in my washer, and I'll walk you guys through what I'm going to do there with the sheet regarding all the dog hair. The next thing I'm going to try is actually washing my sheet in the washer, but you are going to add some cleaning vinegar during the rinse cycle. From what I gather, this is supposed to relax the fabric and allow it to really let go of all those dog hairs or cat hairs, whatever it is, letting go of all that embedded hair that gets stuck like deep in the fibers of your sheets or your bedding or whatever it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this like I would a normal load. And then I'm just gonna come back and add some vinegar in my washing machine during my rinse cycle. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, and once it hits the rinse cycle here, I'm gonna come back. We just hit the rinse cycle, so I'm going to go ahead and dump in just a splash of this cleaning vinegar. There we go. I'd say about 1/4 of a cup if you are a measurements person. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start this and let it finish out its load as normal, and then I will tell you what we're gonna do in the dryer to help prevent any of those leftover hairs that get stuck from the washer to continue to cling onto that sheet in the dryer. So I want to show you guys my sheet as it comes out of the washer. You can still see there's definitely some pet hair on it still in places. So that's after the lint roller, wiping it off with the rubber glove and the vinegar in the washer. So now what I'm gonna do is actually just throw it straight in the dryer. I guess what you're supposed to do is just run this on a no heat cycle. So for me, that'll be my wrinkle release. It's just going to spin it in the drum, and I guess this is just supposed to help release all those hairs, get them all off of it, all of those things. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this, and then once this load finishes, I'm actually gonna hang this up and let it air dry So I'm only throwing it in the dryer on my wrinkle release setting to just go ahead and release those hairs. I'm not throwing it in the dryer with any dryer sheets or anything like that, just the sheet, and we'll see what happens. I'll show it to you guys after it comes out of the dryer, and I'm hoping that at least one of these things will work at least a little bit to help kind of get all those dog hairs off, because I know if you guys have dogs, you can probably relate, even after a good wash and a good dry, it always comes out of the dryer with hair on it. At least my bedding always does. It's never perfect. There's always leftover hairs on it, so I'm hoping that some of these things will at least help, at least make it a little bit better than what it has been, because I love my dogs. I love them dearly, but this is the one thing that drives me nuts, is the hair in my bed. I don't care about anywhere else. I just can't handle it on my sheets. I wanted to show you guys the sheet after everything I did to kind of figure out if any of these internet hacks to remove dog hair worked, and it's debatable. I don't think anything worked that great. I'm going to continue to look for different ideas. If you guys do something that works really well, leave it down below. I would love to hear from you guys. But that is basically the end of this video. Thanks for hanging out with me and testing some of these internet hacks with me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.